Hello, welcome to Resident Evil 7. Let's go ahead and watch these opening scenes. All right, so once again, welcome to Resident Evil 7. We have made it to the next big install game of our series here. So far we've gotten done with Remake 2, Remake 3, and Remake 4 for the channel. And 5 and 6 are going to be on their own special time. I'm not really sure if I'm going to ever put 0 or 1 here. We'll see. If I do, it'll probably just be an easy run because I don't really want to deal with those games. They're fun, like kind of independently, but as like to watch, they're not really that interesting. These ones are a little bit more interesting because they do have like that suspense to them. And these are some, like I think 7 is, I keep saying it over and over again. And as much as I gush about 7, this really legitimately saved the entire Resident Evil franchise. Because where 6 kind of put it in a really weird phase where they were trying to do something new and ambitious, it just did not connect with a bunch of fans the way that we wanted it to. I like 6. Personally, I like 6. But I know what people see in it that they kind of deviated from their Resident Evil formula and tried to do something really different that did not catch on with the rest of the world. And, you know, years later, they come out with this. And this is 2017's biggest hit for, you know, Capcom and Resident Evil 7. This changed the formula for the way that they went about these Resident Evil games, like, forever. First off, we're in a first-person camera. Everything's going to be up close in our face. The horror element has been really brought back, so this is less action-y and more survival horror for sure. This is a brand new character as well, and we are going to experience a new type of bioweapon, and I just really think that this game is like perfect in a lot of different ways, right? Like there are some systems that obviously were updated for Village's sake, but the way that they went about doing Resident Evil 7 and the whole aspect of what we're about to enter, this is really done well, and I cannot wait to dive into all of this. There are a lot of files to read, so we are going to be doing a lot of reading. There's a lot of stressful sections too, so it's going to be, you know, kind of running around and surviving and stuff like that. So I really, really enjoy what they brought here, as this was like their first game for their new RE engine back then. And then obviously without this game, I don't think we've ever would have seen the likes of all the remakes that we've seen up to this point. So let's go ahead and dive in. So when I load it, it's going to show 126.25. That is actually incorrect. The last time that I played this game was, I think, in 2018. So I think it was 1 year after it came out, and I did like a little bit of a rerun on it. This is the PS5 version, so I upgraded to the PS5 version because I have the disc or whatever the hell it's all about. We got a bunch of these, so there is a lot of extra content in this game. Most of it, though, isn't really that great as far as, like, it's, like, story stuff. I think there are, like, 4 story DLCs, and End of Zoe, Not a Hero, and a couple of the banned footage stuff actually kind of deep dive a little bit more into the characters of the game, which I've actually never done any of the DLCs, like, at all. And I'm really looking forward to trying it for the first time in this one. It's just like I said in Resident Evil 4 Remake, it's sometimes DLCs are very dependent on how much I love the game for one, and if they just take too long to release them, then I'm kind of moved on and I do something different. So these were just subject to that matter, and then I never returned back to Resident Evil 7 since, you know, like I said, I think 2018 was the very last time I played it, so it's been really, really long time now. Almost, 7 years now? So it's great to be back. I'm going to do things that I remember. let's see here if we can take a look at stuff. All right, so the adaptive triggers are on the PS5 mode. I guess we'll run with that for now. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. I don't really like these adaptive trigger things in these games. Camera speed is okay. Guess. I like my reticle color to be green. Everyone's seen that. HDR is fine. Reticle only display when aiming. Yeah. HUD, the phone icon. I don't think we need the phone icon on. Just too much on the screen there. Normal blood on the screen. It is kind of annoying. I remember that the blood on the screen was kind of annoying. But we'll just go with it until it actually starts. I think this is like the biggest difference though, is the ray tracing for the PS5, because I don't think this was ever a thing. High frame rate mode. I guess I need a TV or some good old upgrading. I don't know. I've never been able to get this option, so not really big and too keen on how that works. But okay, I'll go ahead and start a new game. I will not be playing Madhouse mode, because that is the extreme difficulty of this game, and that is not the point of this run. We are trying to get the stories out for the channel, and that's about it. So we'll just go ahead and play it on normal, and cutscenes.
Hey baby! I just wanted to send a quick hello, and I love you. Oh, good news! I'm gonna be coming home soon. Yay! I cannot wait to be done with this babysitting job and come home to my loving husband. I miss you. Oh, I gotta get back to work. I love you, Ethan. I miss you so much. I'm sending tons of kisses. Bye, baby.
Ethan. You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
Hello?
Hey, it's Ethan.
Oh, hey. You alright? You just disappeared the other night.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's Mia. She's not dead, she's alive. She's back.
They found her? How? What happened?
I don't know. Look, I don't know how, but she's back. She's back somehow. Maybe it's a prank. She wants me to come and get her.
Where is she?
Dulvey, Louisiana.
Dude, it's been 3 years.
I know, but what if it is her? I have to find out what happened.
All right, so like I said, this is a brand new perspective and a completely different way to play Resident Evil now. Because everything's been over the shoulder or fixed camera angles and all that kind of stuff. So we are no longer in that mode. We are now in the first person era. Obviously, they didn't take very good aim at making the car look pretty nice, because this is the only time we're going to see this thing. You could tell the interior was pretty shit, but for the most part, the game looks amazing. There are just some things that they really did not care to show. So I don't believe I'm going to be able to show all the locations for the Mr. Everywhere statues, seeing that I've already destroyed all 20 of them. And it's one of those cases like The only things that reset upon new game are going to be the antique coins and then the files that we obtain in our run. So unfortunately, I will not be able to show where all these are at. I don't even remember where they're all at, for one. And I think when I replayed the game a couple times in 2018, I think I was doing like a guided experience through GameSpot, IGN, or whatever page I might have used to get every single one of these things. So they are pretty hidden, pretty well, to be honest. And you'll have to backtrack for most of them too, which is pretty difficult. Restarts is basically the amount of times you die, or you get caught, or something like that. Basically, that's your death counter. And then all of this other stuff we will, talk about later on. The item box opening number is only just for an achievement. So, like, there's an achievement for PlayStation and Xbox and all the other, like Steam and everything, that if you only open the item box 3 times and complete the game, then you'll pop an achievement for doing that. So obviously it's just a little bit of a challenge run there. I would probably suggest doing something like that on easy mode, because you're going to be limited. Healing items used, they're just kind of showing you how much damage you're going to take throughout the run. So yeah, really useless stats, to be honest. The only ones that are really important to know are the collectibles here. And 20 out of 20 is, they don't reset these for whatever reason. It's been like that with Resi 2 Remake when I, was shooting the raccoon dolls. Resi 3 with the toy guy, or whatever the hell that one was. 4 with the Salazar dolls. So they just don't like resetting these unless you like completely delete the data, I guess. But I'm not doing none of that shit. Okay. And then continue on. Then we get our map, like always. Our files will be kept over here. Triangle or Y to open your inventory. And then we do our usual inspection. From Mia Winters, July 18, 2017, 11:04 p.m. to Ethan Winters, Dulvey, Louisiana, Baker Farm. Come get me. It's a shame that we can't open the actual file and attachment. And then, yeah, so this is our inventory. It should look pretty standard, right? So essentially you got a 4x3 box here to start the game with. These count as inventory slots as well. They just are your quick buttons for weapons. They get 12 squares to start the game, essentially. Okay, just trying to tell us this is how you check stuff. Won't work unless you say anything into it, Ethan. You want to. The biggest thing about this game is taking your time and really getting an exploration sense of like how this is going to work for the future. Resident Evil 7 has a lot of hidden items. There is a way to kind of check for items, but I don't use those things because I never really like to. It's basically they just stuff stuff in the corners and underneath shelves and whatnot. So you really, really just want to take your time exploring each section and a room, as long as you're not in danger, obviously. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And, once again, we'll talk about the play style that I always go with. We got Sewer Gators, episode 17, Project Proposal, sneak into a Louisiana ghost house. Join us. Okay. Accept her gift. So already with the ominous, weird notes, right? already watched a video of a woman telling Ethan she loves her, and then they went from cute to what the hell's going on. She's bloodied and battered and tells him to stay away. So we're just like, you're just left confused and like, what is going on? And I always really thought it was odd that Ethan never says anything there. Like, you saw somebody walking there like, hey. Got some detached limbs here. So if this doesn't ward you off, I don't know what would, to be honest. But already with the creepy sense of things coming out right now. We can see it's freshly killed because it's still dripping blood. Now, I don't think the game ever makes like a more, they don't really do like tutorial stuff as much, I believe. But just give your controls a look at, and you do have a 180-degree turn that you can do in this game. It doesn't even show it in here either, so that's really weird how they don't really show you stuff. But all you basically do is just, if you're on a controller, it's just backwards and then circle or B, depending on what you're playing on. And then the 180-degree turn is actually very useful to learn, because you're going to need it. Just find stuff. We can see that we got her purse with her ID. I don't understand why Ethan doesn't say anything there. And I think that some of the criticism I have about this game is that Ethan kind of stays silent in moments where, if you were a real person and you were like looking for your loved one or whatever, and they've been missing that long, and then you come up to this place finally, you don't say anything to the guy that you just saw, and then you like get her purse and you find her ID in there, and you're like, oh my god, where is she? Or just something like that. Like, just to stay silent is kind of awkward to me. You can do like little light interactions with stuff. You can't really do much with it though. We do want to take note of openable objects for things that we don't have yet. Sometimes the game will actually make like a note with a lock symbol or something, but for these bolts, from what I remember, they don't. So you'll have to remember that. And this is a very weird, dark, ominous picture. The lighting in this game was always a problem, I remember. When you're like looking at something straight on, you kind of have to twist and turn it just to see what the photo is. And there we can see, looks like a little person, probably a small child, staring at something through the door. So this is since we found our first locked door. Can't do anything. Yeah, this game is extremely grotesque. Like, they really went for the grotesque stuff in this one. So if you have a weak stomach, you might struggle with this game for sure. Got dead birds in here. And the thing is that this is supposed to be an abandoned house, but we already saw someone walking, and like I said, why wouldn't he say anything? Over 20 missing in 2 years. Ghost sighted in the bayou. The Dolby Daily. Really trying to get the atmosphere rolling here, like we are in a really weird spot. This is actually really well lit right now, and I think I have the brightness at base. So, let's see here. Yeah, I literally have it at base. So, I think the HDR, or whatever it is really kicking in right now. So, it's supposed to look this nice because obviously the sun's still shining through. You take a look inside the drawer and you're like, what is that? So we want to view this. Always just kind of take a look at things. I always think they put some good care into their product here. These are our save. Okay. I like the new typewriters, basically a little cassette recorder, so we knew that it was going to be different. Like, we knew that Resident Evil was changing at this point, that they were taking a dive into a new, thing here. So these are always going to be pretty blank. We're not meant to see the character's face, like, ever. We got locked doors. I don't know how any of this would make you go like, nope, I don't want to be here anymore. Peace and out. And we have a picture of a woman here. Quite a few things. Like I'm telling you, it's really, really easy to kind of run by items too, because you can see like nothing really appeared until you get close. And then you have to like kind of pan the camera around. I don't think there's a field of view. Yeah, I don't think we get an FOV here. So we only can get what we got right now as far as being able to see the screen. Everything's up top. Okay. We'll check this. There we can see a man standing over what looks to be a woman from the legs. We got a cell, which why would a cell be built into a house is insane, right? Already kind of like what the fuck moments here. Looks like the owners. We got 2 children, a regular looking man and a regular looking woman. I want to go ahead and enter this thing, and then a lot of this game is predicated on these little playback videos, so these are very important to pay attention to.
Where did you find this guy?
Give me a break, Pete.
Hey, I only work with professionals. Speaking of which, make sure the sound is right this time. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo.
It was 2 fucking years ago.
I don't do ADR. This new guy? I'm not feeling it.
Again?
Just don't be surprised if we have to make a change. plan? We do a walkthrough of the inside.
So this is a really stupid but missable item here. I don't really like how they did this one ever. It was the only antique coin that I missed on my first run. And when I looked it up way back when, I was like, holy shit, dude. It was in the beginning of a video that you could never go back to. Because when we walked over to the drawer that was locked, it was locked. And then all of a sudden it's going to be open because we do the video. Yeah, not a big fan on how they kind of retroed that one in. I'm not even sure if that was meant to happen, but it kind of did. So anyway, very first thing you want to do for your first antique coin is to look down on the ground, and there will be a lockpick.
Just like we always do.
We actually want to
Say the show's name,
carry that.
okay? No problem.
And we can go ahead and look at this. So you can see this man was holding on to the sewers gator when it was clean.
Static.
And then we already saw it in their van that was abandoned, so these guys probably had a bad time here.
Are we rolling? All right, let's go. Get out of the way. It's locked. After you. So, why are we in hell this time? Do you ever prep? What's the prep? Shitty house, spooky sounds? Ooh, is it haunted? Fuck me. I was an anchor, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's the story, Andre?
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long did you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
Clancy, get a shot of this. Let's make a great cutaway. So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker. And they were quiet, not backward. A lot of bad rumors about their son, Lucas. Bad seed, apparently.
Ah, shit! I knew I should have worn my good shoes. Oh, shit. Glad I had my shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre? Andre! Andre! Clancy, you see where Andre went?
And the photo got changed from that drawer to this drawer with the small girl there. But since you unlocked that, then you're good to go.
Where is he? Unfucking believable. It's the last time I worked with that guy. I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy, you stick with me.
You can see there's nothing up here. You got all cobwebs, spider webs, and everything else going on here. This crap in the drawer is still there.
What the fuck was that? Did you hear that? Andre? Where the fuck is he? Andre, where are you, man? What the hell? You gotta be fucking kidding me. All right, new deal. We find Andre and we go. I mean, fuck this show.
Looks like the people Andre was talking about.
first. Need a nice hero shot of me coming down the ladder. So, you first.
Right. Of course, my friend.
What do you see? What is it?
And you're like, what the hell? The only thing you can do is go forward and talk to your impaled to the face friend. Holy shit. Disturbing, right?
Jesus.
So, you want to go ahead and go back towards that area before you do anything else. And find your antique coin there. So, like I said, very, very missable one here. You don't grab this, then, yeah. You're going to miss it, and then you're going to be pissed when you're sitting there looking at 17 out of 18 coins for the run. And it was locked behind something that you can never come back to. Okay, so that was a pretty timey section, and I want to keep these videos like pretty in order as I do them, because I don't want to like stop in the middle of battles. I think we've been pacing ourselves really, really well as far as like Resident Evil games are concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and cut here. Next though, since we watched the video, we now know of the secret, and like I said, the videos are going to really tell the story about what you need to do so that you can make your run a little bit easier throughout Resident Evil 7. And there's not a lot of videos. I mean, I think there's only like 3 or 4 of them, but they're all important to kind of get around the area and learn from the other people's mistakes so that you don't make the same ones. Yeah, like I said, when we come back, we know that there's a secret lever here. You're going to pull that. This door is going to open, and then we continue down. And then we have a pretty big sequence after that. And then the game of Resident Evil 7 will definitely open up even further. Okay. Well, like I said, I am super excited to be back and doing this once again. Resident Evil 7 is the game that really, really changed everything and saved this franchise. So I cannot wait to jump in and actually get down and dirty with, you know, the Baker house once again. And I'm probably going to have to do some relearning as well, because it's been a long time. It's been a really long time since we've done this. So, yeah. All right. So until next time.